Hey guys, welcome to yet another video. So this is my second video in the series understanding SQL using PostgreSQL. If you have missed the first video, I do encourage you to look into the first video, which tells you how to install the necessary softwares for this tutorial, like pgadmin, PostgreSQL. If you have watched that, then welcome back. And in this tutorial we'll be looking at some of the PostgreSQL statements. So for this first what we have to do is we have to use the query tool. To use the query tool, go to the respective DVD rental database and then right click on this, then go click query tool, and this query tool will come up. And so this DVD rental database that I have talked about in my previous videos is basically a database of various tables. Like you can know which tables are there by going to schemas, then tables, and you will find lots of tables like actor, address, category, city. You can look into the data. In order to look what data are stored in each of the table, let's say we have the actor. Okay, I will just zoom it in because there might be some issue in viewing. I think it's better now. Yeah, so let's say we want to check what all data is present in actor table. So for that we will say select star from actor. And so what this statement means is that it basically means like extract all the columns from actor table. So star means here all, select means extract. So select all the columns from actor table. And if we run this, so in order to run this we have to click on this play button, or as it's shown you can also click F5. So if we click on this, then it will show all the data that is present in the actor table. So we have a column called actor ID, first name, last update, and there are certain things which you might not be able to understand right now, like what is PK. So it's a primary key. I'll be talking in details about this, like PK, character varying, what are this, timestamp, in my upcoming videos. So but as of right now you can just see that there is something, an ID by which we differentiate all the rows, and this is if you scroll down a bit you will find that these are all unique. Like this gives a unique identification for that particular row. And this is the first name. Like you can see there is Penelope, Nick, Ed, and other names. You can see that there are certain names which are like coming twice, not necessarily the last name being the same, but the first name are the same in certain cases. So that's one thing. And let's say if you want to extract a set of columns, let's say the first and the second column. So in order to do that we do select name of that columns which you want to extract, actor ID, comma, first name from actor table. And in order to execute this line, what you have to do is like select this line, select in the sense like highlight this line, and then click on this play button. So this will only execute this line, and as you can see, like you are getting the actor ID and the first name. So this is how you extract a few columns. So this is like extracting extracting certain columns, the syntax is like this. And so this is like extracting the columns. Now let's say, as you can see here, certain names, so I'll just execute this in order to get the idea what I'm trying to say. So these are all the columns. As you can see, there are certain cases, in certain cases the first name are similar. Let's say in this instance where let's see if you can find some let's say it might happen like certain first names might be similar. It's hard to find exactly, but let's say you want to see how many distinct first names are there. It might happen that certain entries have similar names, similar first names, not necessarily having similar last names, but maybe similar first name. Let's say here Christian is here and then another Christian is here, but their surnames are different, last names are different, as you can see. So these are two different persons. Let's say I want to get how many distinct first names are there. So there is some manager who wants to, let's say wants to know, like asks you how many distinct first names are there, and he doesn't necessarily want to check how many different persons are there. In order to see how many distinct persons or first names are there, what we do is like select distinct, then column name from table. And one another thing is, like, as you can see, it's better to write the keywords. So these are all keywords that SQL understands. These are different from these things that that's not in the vocabulary of SQL, but you can also keep it in lowercase, but it's generally more preferred or standard to keep the keywords in all caps, so that we can differentiate it from the normal words that we are using. But this thing will also be fine as SQL be able to understand this. So this is the syntax. If we want to, let's say, extract a distinct number, like the distinct column names in a particular column. So in order to, let's say, select the distinct first name, how many distinct first names are there? If you can see, like, in order to prove this, let's say I execute this, and okay, if we can go here like this, let's say I'll zoom out and I click here on, you will see that there are 200 rows that are affected, as you can see. So if there are certain like duplicate first names, this number of entries should always be less than 200. Let's see whether it gives that or not, in order to verify that. So we wanted to select the distinct first names from table is actor, and if we execute this, you see that there are, okay, it's gone. You will see that there are only 128 rows that are affected. So in a way, distinct helps us to remove all the duplicates and return only the distinct entries in a particular column. Now let's say you want to get the count or the number of entries in a particular table. In order to get the number of entries or the number of rows, we do something like this: count start from actor. So this gives the count of rows in the table. So if you execute this, we'll see that it gives 200. So basically 200 is the number of rows that are there in this table actor. Let's say we want to count the number of rows present in when like the number of distinct first names in the actor. So this should be less than 200. So in order to do that, what we do is like select count distinct first name from actor. So this is this, but it gives us the distinct count of the number of rows in the table. So if we execute this, it will return whatever the number, 128 I think. Yeah, so that's it. And I think you learned some good deal about some of the PostgreSQL statements from this tutorial. I'll be going through a bit more of the statements in my upcoming tutorials, but as of right now, if you have enjoyed this video, do give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.